History's weird side, unusual and humorous facts you didn't learn in school. Hey there, history buffs. Think you know everything about the past? Think again. Today, I've got 20 weird, unusual, and downright funny facts from history that you definitely didn't learn in school. Let's dig into the quirky side of the past. Napoleon Bonaparte once organized a rabbit hunt for his friends. His staff gathered hundreds of rabbits, but instead of running away, the rabbits charged at him. Turns out they were tame and thought they were about to be fed. The ancient Romans created concrete that has survived for over 2,000 years, while modern concrete crumbles in just decades. Their secret ingredient, volcanic ash, nature's ultimate fixer-upper. At Andrew Jackson's funeral, his pet parrot had to be removed because it kept swearing so much. That's one foul-mouthed bird. The construction of the Leaning Tower of Pisa was delayed for nearly 100 years because of wars. This delay allowed the ground to settle, preventing it from collapsing completely. Accidental genius. In the 1800s, it was common to pose dead family members for photographs to remember them. They'd even prop them up to make them look alive. Creepy, but touching in a way. In the 1920s, a con artist named Victor Lustig convinced a group of businessmen that the Eiffel Tower was being sold for scrap metal. He even got away with the money before they realized it was a scam. The dagger found in King Tut's tomb was made from meteoric iron, literally forged from a piece of space rock. Talk about out-of-this-world weaponry. In 1932, Australia declared war on emus because the birds were destroying crops. The emus won. Even machine guns couldn't stop them. Proof that nature always has the upper hand. In the 13th century, Pope Gregory IV claimed cats were tools of the devil and ordered their extermination. This led to a rise in the rat population, which some historians think contributed to the spread of the plague. Oops. In 1518, dozens of people in Strasbourg started dancing non-stop for days in what's now called the Dancing Plague. Some of them even danced to death. Nobody knows exactly why it happened, but it's one of history's weirdest mysteries. The Great Pyramid of Giza was completed around 2560 BCE, while Cleopatra ruled in 30 BCE. That means she lived closer to the moon landing in 1969 than to the building of the pyramids. In 1945, a chicken named Mike survived for 18 months without a head. Its owner fed it using an eyedropper. Mike even went on tour as a sideshow attraction. After Einstein's death, the pathologist performing his autopsy stole his brain and kept it in jars for decades, hoping to study the source of his genius. Spoiler: it didn't work. The first president of the United States owned one of the largest whiskey distilleries in the country. In 1799, it produced over 11,000 gallons of whiskey. Talk about presidential spirits. When Julius Caesar was kidnapped by pirates, they demanded a ransom. Caesar, unimpressed by their low demand, insisted they raise it. After his release, he hunted them down and had them executed. Savage. In medieval Europe, the color of your bread showed your social class. White bread was for the wealthy, while darker bread was for the poor. Nowadays, everyone's into whole grain. How the tables have turned. In the 18th century, elaborate powdered wigs were all the rage, but they often became home to lice. People even used small tools to scratch their scalps without removing the wig. Beauty is pain, right? The myth that Napoleon Bonaparte was short comes from a mix-up in measurement units. He was actually about 5'7", average height for his time. History did him dirty. While the Library of Alexandria is often said to have been destroyed in a fire, historians now believe it was gradually lost over time due to neglect and multiple smaller incidents. So, it's less of a dramatic loss and more of a slow fade-out. Toilet paper was first recorded in China in the 6th century, but only for the use of emperors. The rest of the world had to wait over 1,000 years to get their hands on this essential luxury. And there you have it. 20 unusual and hilarious facts from history that you probably didn't learn in school. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I promise more mind-blowing facts and stories to make your day. See you next time.